Jump down and make your beat so you know this retarded.
Hey guys, so I'm trying to be a little more consistent on my page, and I'm sorry I talk a lot and say like a lot and have just a lot of like anyways. I do apologize in advance, but yeah, anyways. As you guys can see by the title of this video, this is going to be a quick little video, but it's going to be talking about early pregnancy symptoms to recognize if you have irregular periods. Just a quick little backstory. Me and my husband have been married for 5 years, and then 6 months later, so 5.5 years is when we finally got pregnant. But before that, we've never been pregnant before. We tried 2 rounds of Clomid, which did not work. They checked my tubes, which was just fine. And they also tested me for PCOS, any thyroid stuff. I forgot everything, but everything came back like good. I didn't have any of that. But the only problem is I had irregular periods. Well, at least that's all I knew of. They never said anything about my eggs. They never said anything about ovulation. I guess we just didn't get that far because I just stopped going. I was thinking like, well, it's not up to me anyways, so you know, why force it? If it'll come, it'll come. And that's exactly what happened. These are symptoms that I thought were everyday things that I wouldn't recognize, because if you've seen my previous video, I did take a test and it came back negative. And it was before a few days, well, it was a few days before I actually missed a period. But if you have irregular periods like me, there ain't no way you could tell when you miss your period. So these are other things that you could recognize in early pregnancy symptoms. These are things that I recognize within the first 9 weeks of pregnancy, and then I'm like, oh, that makes sense now, because before it was just like here and there, like, oh, maybe this is why. You know, I always had a reason on why, but it was never pregnancy. And then after finding out I was pregnant, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Okay, that's why I was like this. So there's no specific order, but the 7 things that I realized later on that were early pregnancy symptoms for irregular periods was: 1, I was super tired. So I naturally sleep a lot, so I would never recognize this as something, but this time it was like 2.0. like, I hella spit, I'm so sorry, but like tired 2.0, which is already like, you know, like I said, I'm already always tired. So this time I would be at work, and around 2 to 3 p.m. I'd feel like I just want to go to sleep. And so I'd go to the break room and I would just put my head down for 15 minutes because I'm like, you know what, let me just take this time to take a quick little break, because I was going to school and I was going to work. But I've been doing that for a while, but this time it was like, you need to relax. So I was feeling like maybe I'm drained because this is my last semester. I've been doing it for so long. Like, I need to go take a break. Also on the weekends, I would sleep for like 8 to 10 hours already. I wake up for like 2 to 3 hours and go right back to sleep for another 2 hours, as if I didn't just sleep forever. Then I wake up again, probably stay up another 4 hours or so. And girl, I will go to sleep at nighttime as if I did not take no naps during the day, and if I didn't sleep for so long the night before. So I would just be sleeping all the time. Or number 2, nauseous. I am never ever nauseous. I don't really ever feel nauseous unless I just don't ever feel nauseous. One day I was craving sushi, which I ended up getting, but when I looked at it, I just wanted to throw up. There was just some foods that I would look at or I would smell it and I'd be like, ugh, like that looks so nasty, and I never ever felt that way. And you know, I wanted the sushi, so why would I feel like I would throw up? My fat self still ate it anyways. That was something I recognized later on down the road that I'm like, oh, no wonder why that was weird. Number 3, throwing up. In my life, I've only threw up once. Yeah. So yeah, I threw up once when I was younger, when I was really sick, and that's the only time I ever remember throwing up. So that's why when you guys see my last video, like I was explaining, so it was our last day in LA. We were planning to go to Knott's Berry Farm, me and my best friends. So we were planning to go to Knott's Berry Farm that day, and I ended up waking up in the morning, throwing up, and I had the runs. So we were like Googling stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have the stomach virus. So I ended up taking Pepto-Bismol, which I'm going to insert a clip because it's so funny. I did not want to take the Pepto-Bismol.
It's the crap I go through. It's just Pepto-Bismol, my seat. Oh, record yourself so you can look ridiculous.
Okay. You're not holding my nose all the way.
Okay, go. Yeah, lay down.
Drink. I hate medicine. My husband's like, you are so childish. Take the damn Pepto-Bismol. And then there was something else I did for the runs because, you know, my bowel movements were like not the business. It was only for a little bit though for the runs. But yeah, that throw up really had me and I couldn't do anything after that. So that whole day I ended up sleeping in the back of the car. They ended up going to Knott's Berry Farm. My husband and some of his brothers ended up going to play a game somewhere, but literally I slept in the car all day. And then our flight was at, I think, 10 p.m. at night, so we ended up going like around 8 p.m. And I started to feel better, but just knowing that I threw up, I was like, ugh, like you never throw up. This is your second time in your life throwing up, so you know there's something funky. Fourth, I was emotional AF. Literally, I was a mess. I would watch adoption videos. I would watch random movies with my husband and I'll be behind him. I would just be sniffling and he's like, are you crying? And I'm like, yeah. Why? He's like, it's not even that sad. But honestly, I can't even remember what movies we were watching or what we were doing, but I would cry over every little thing and I still didn't recognize it as anything. I was just like, gosh, I'm just a mess because, you know, I was getting ready to adopt. If you guys see my other video, I just felt like that's why I was such a mess. Or, you know, I'm actually kind of emotional. People don't know that, but I'm low-key emotional. For 5, peeing a lot. The reason why I would never ever recognize this is because I naturally pee a lot. I have a granny's bladder. I'm always going to the bathroom and I try to drink a lot of water, but you know, water makes every normal person, or I guess everyone, have to go to the restroom. But this time I recognized that like I wouldn't have to drink water or drink anything at all. I would just constantly be needing to pee. I would just get up, run to the bathroom, pee, and right after I would feel the urge to pee again. And it was so annoying because I already felt it before I even went and sat back down. So then I'd have to come back 2 minutes later because it felt like I was holding it in for so long, even though I literally just peed earlier. This one I won't get into too much detail, but bigger boobs. My boobs got bigger and I didn't really recognize it. Okay, so I got bigger boobs and that was that. Like, yeah. And then the last thing, number 7, was I was gaining weight on my lower belly. So 2 weeks after we got back from LA, I was like literally sitting down and I was looking down and I'm like, babe, my belly's getting really big on the bottom. So I'm going to make sure to stop drinking so much soda and eating out so much, because me and my husband, we were always on the go. We're going to school, we're going to work. So I was over here thinking I'm drinking way too much soda. So then I cut out soda. I didn't cut out the fast food because I'm fat. But I ended up cutting out soda and I was like, if I really want something, I'll drink juice. But I kind of did. I ended up eating fruits and everything. But I was just looking at it and I'm like, dude, I'm getting so fat. I can't get any fatter than this because I'm so damn short. So that's something I noticed, that just gaining weight on my lower belly was something that wasn't, I mean, it's normal to gain weight, but it just seemed like it was kind of growing a little faster than I wanted to. And I was like, I've been drinking soda and eating out like this for so long. Why am I getting so big now? So those are the 7 symptoms that I noticed, that I kind of looked back on it after the 9 weeks after we found out that we were pregnant. That's when I realized, like, okay, those are a few things that I could recognize, because I can't be like, oh, I missed a period. It doesn't work that way for me. So these are things that I was like, kind of like, okay, this is what you should look for, because yeah, I've never been pregnant before, so I would have never assumed this. So anyone that's trying to get pregnant, or anyone that has irregular periods, good luck. It'll happen when it happens. Your time is your time. Those are a few things, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.